Why, hello, people of the internet.
Hello.
It is us.
Yes.
It is Monday. It is technology, updates, news, excitements. Anyway,
Ooh.
uh,
Excitement.
there have been
Technology.
some weird developments in the world since
Okay.
last time we spoke. I
Huh.
mean, there was a whole India-Pakistani war kind of happening for a brief second there. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Seems to be like a ceasefire is now. It has been settled, I guess, for at least for now. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, and there have been some other stuff also happening, actually, that we will talk about in a few minutes here. New Pope, something. Did you
Yeah.
did you watch the Pope?
Did I watch the Pope?
I mean, the
Does the Pope stream on YouTube?
I don't know. There were some. Yeah, that would be very nice if Twitch or something. No, but there was like some kind of a ceremony. The whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I am aware that he exists, the new Pope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I have been hearing conflicting information about the new Pope,
Okay.
ranging from he's woke to he's bigoted. So I don't know which one to believe.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard about either of those. I have.
Well, you know,
There's a news story that the new pope is a gamer. We're gonna talk
mm,
about which games he plays.
I did hear about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, oh yeah. How about yourself? What have you been up to these 2 weeks?
Well, I randomly got. I was sick at some point
Yeah.
previously, and then I seem to have recovered. And then randomly one day I was like, "Oh my god, I have like a massive headache," and my sinuses were like completely fucked.
Oh.
They weren't fucked, but I just had like a super strong headache for
Yeah.
like 2.5 days, I want to say.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
at first I thought I was like, "Oh, is it like a migraine or something?" Like it kind of feels like a migraine, but I wasn't feeling like nauseous or anything like that. It just kind of was like just a very strong headache,
All
and
right.
but then it went away kind of.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I didn't see a doctor or anything, but I'm assuming it was some kind of sinus infection after my cold, which is random because the cold was by then kind of over, but and then just the thing started. But it's good now. But it wasn't so
Uh,
bad that I was like bedridden, but like I didn't feel like I was ready to stream because it was just constant like severe headache.
yeah. Okay. At least you're better now, I guess. No idea what it
Yeah, I feel
was.
okay. I have no idea what it was. I think it's just because my nose throat area is fucked anyway. I
Hmm.
just probably assumed that the most recent cold just kind of because I got sick multiple times kind of in a row. Not
Hmm.
in a row necessarily, but like over, I would say, a short period of time, I got sick multiple times.
I
Once with the flu, and then like a month and a half or 2 months later with a cold. And I was like, when will this end? And I guess the cold itself was okay, like it went by pretty quickly. But then, yeah, this random thing just happened.
Yeah. Okay. As my mother would say, because she's a doctor, it will end when you're dead. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
words to live by, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
You do be like that, yeah.
very morbid, very yeah. Anyway, but in the meantime, since we are still alive, let's have some fun, I guess, a little bit, at least something. Oh yeah, my update. I don't know. I was also sick actually. There was a fun fact. I had also a headache for I can't remember 2 days in a row, and that has not happened. Like because headaches are a part of my life, also. By the way, every I don't know 2 weeks, every 3 weeks once, which is like I cannot function basically. Like I have to take painkillers, and it's like it's a part of my life for many years. Anyway, twice 2 times in a row, and maybe a suggestion also for you. Magnesium apparently is the new trend in medical science. That my sister is also in the medical field, and my mom is also, and they are both this is the new trend in the medical field. Whenever you are starting to get a headache, magnesium, straight up, take it. And I took it the second day because it was too late for the first day anyway, because it was like already the headache was raging anyway. But on the second day, it was like, oh no, I can feel it. It will start in a couple of hours or something. And took a magnesium, and the whole day there was a little pain during the whole day, but not like I cannot function, I cannot live anymore without, basically. Which was interesting. And now, so basically next time I'm taking three times the dose of magnesium. So we'll see what happens.
New trends in self-medicating.
Yeah. So magnesium pills. You heard it here first. Not medical advice. Blah 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 blah. Anyway.
Just recreation.
Yeah.
I will give it a try. Yeah, I have some magnesium pills at home.
Yeah.
I don't like taking painkillers because.
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't want to.
Well, you can get addicted from them also. Yeah. That is absolutely a thing also. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give it a magnesium.
And you can get also like tolerant against them. Your body, like this is also a thing. People have to switch out their painkillers for different type of painkillers because the body is like, okay, this doesn't work anymore. Basically, you get tolerant for stuff. Anyway, welcome to the medical podcast. With whatever.
Switching gears.
Yeah.
We are diversifying our content.
Oh yeah.
Which is what you want to do on YouTube, because that always goes well for everyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eat healthy and work out. That's my only actual advice or something.
That's good advice.
So, all right. Let's get into the show. There have been some, I don't know. Yeah, since we mentioned it before, this picture. Let's shift iPhone production to India. Next day, India-Pakistan war. Yes, literally. Like, what? Because, this has been going on also.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but
India and Pakistan are always at each other's throats.
Yeah, they have been for years and years. But recently this was kind of scary that they like actually, militarily, like actually shooting at each other. So, oh well.
Yeah, Apple is having a bad time.
Oh yeah.
I was briefly catching up on what you talked about last week before the show. And
yes.
Thing.
Yes. Yeah, let's get into the Apple because there's a small, like a mini update technically. So Apple pushes to halt App Store overhaul as Epic Games appeal moves forward. So basically, Apple is trying to delay the whole thing because, of course, they want to. Because, holy, this will change so much of the whole business, basically, of Apple. Like, apps and services. I don't know if you have, like, checked how much of a revenue source the Apple Store subscription and services thing is, but It's a
Is it like second
lot.
highest after iPhone hardware sales?
Yeah, it's after I believe, but yeah, still.
Second highest, yeah.
Services revenue. I didn't prepare this graph. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Wait.
I'm pretty sure that that's the case. I think I saw the graph relatively recently because there were news that Apple Watch is not doing very well.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to be buying it very much. And it had like an iPhone had the biggest chunk, and then it was services, and then it was Mac, I'm assuming. And then iPad was also kind of like lagging behind a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh no. AirPods were also like making a lot of money, or like wearables,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Airport. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So yeah, this seems about right. I can't confirm, but this seems about right. Yeah. iPhone is half basically of the whole thing. 25 is services. So this is the App Store, this is the subscriptions, this is the whole shebang basically, which is a lot. Yeah, again, wearables, home accessories, these are the AirPods, which is bigger than Mac and iPad. So yeah, pretty crazy, but 25. This is a huge chunk. Anyway, yeah, and this is supposed to be changing now because of this. Oh man, yes, Lord of Development. Good morning. They should give free Mac and iPhone to everybody. Yes. I mean, I thought you were an Android guy. I thought Lord of Development, you don't know what to do with an iPhone, probably, or do you? Or maybe you are a secret Apple fanboy. Would you like to be? Would you like to use an iPhone?
well, I mean, Pros to Film will probably just have it later.
Yeah.
But then if everybody's getting a free iPhone, then I guess there would be no point selling it because everybody would have one. So that kind of puts a wrench in the works.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lord's Film, you are a man of my own heart. Yes, this is the correct attitude, I would say. With the right price, I can do almost everything. Yes, this is also basically my... yeah, my kind of my motto also, okay, of course, there will be like certain like nuances, of course, and something you just have some emotional reactions to some weird preferences, whatever. But yeah, but I agree mostly with your statement, basically. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, basically, yeah, the whole story. Apple is just trying to push this forward as far as they can, and yeah, that's why the court ruling, because they 5 years ago now, 2020, no, it was 2021 when the same judge basically ruled that, yeah, you kind of have to open up to third-party payments, and Apple has been like skating by the rules, and now the judge is like, okay, you have been not respecting my ruling last time, so you will get slapped hard, and that's why the whole thing is happening. Anyway, and of course, Epic Games, Tim Sweeney was like, no fees on that web transaction, game over for the Apple tax, and it has been 4 years, 4 months, 17 days, and yeah. So the whole thing. Anyhow, for 10K, I can be an Apple fanboy. Yes, everybody has their price. Yes. All right. Yeah, so let's see what this is ending up being and doing. And yeah, as soon as there is an update, we'll get back to it.
I wonder how.
Oh,
Um,
yes. You wonder how?
I don't know. Just I don't know. I am as a resident corporate show of this show, and Tim Cook fanboy and appreciator.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about an idea of creating a system which would completely like um, bypass Apple as like primary service provider in terms of like, because we're talking about like in-app purchases, right, and subscriptions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't seem like outlandish to expect that platform that is providing like logistics for your service to exist and
Yeah.
ultimately
No,
reach more people in the
but
process.
but the problem is basically with how closed down the garden is. Yeah, so, for example, the first thing, the very most obvious thing is like payment processors. You only have to use Apple's, and nobody else is not even allowed to be like competing against. And that's the first immediate like, okay, it's either 30% or absolutely nothing else.
Sure.
Uh,
To me,
Which is kind of a monopoly, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. There isn't like, yes, I get that. Apple made the store. They have the store. So the people have been trying to get some kind of a example from the real world, and the closest thing I have like heard is like a supermarket. So Apple made the supermarket. You're one store inside the supermarket,
Hmm.
and you only have to use the supermarket's payment system. You cannot use anything else, which is kind of a problem in terms of like, yes, they built a store, but at the same time, there are some other stores that you can go to, and people just want another payment transactions like Stripe or any other like payment processor basically on their store.
Hmm. Hmm. No, I get that. I guess it's just
And
that
there's because some stores want to do some promotions. For example, there were no promotions also allowed on the store. So if you want to sell your whatever app, now it's like 30% off, and the Apple is like, no, you cannot do that. Basically, that is also
Mhm.
like,
Well, that's a different thing, right?
yeah,
But
but
I
it's
don't.
all like included in the thing because you are not allowed to direct people onto netflix.com that people will sign up on netflix.com and they will go back to the Netflix app and then sign in, and then it's fine. Netflix wasn't even allowed to say that, yes, the Apple tax, but if you go to netflix.com and then sign up and then you don't pay the Apple tax and then come back to the app, then it's all fine. Then you don't pay the Apple tax. But again, Netflix and Spotify and all those other, they weren't even allowed to say that inside the app, which was
Mhm.
also a
Mhm.
problem. And yes. Anyway,
Yeah, it is an interesting conversation. I just feel like you know, going with the supermarket allegory that you went with, you
it's
could also
it's not
argue.
a perfect one, but this is the
Yeah, yeah.
only one I have heard. Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. You could also argue that the Apple tax, quote unquote, is kind of like how developers pay, rent on the storefront, right? Which of course is not the same thing because typically rents are fixed, amounts that of course
Yeah.
probably change over time, but not like on a month by month basis, but like on
Yes.
some longer period of time. We also have Apple developer license, which also exists, which you could argue
Yes.
then could be the rent, but it is
Yes.
a very small fee,
$100 per
$100 per
year.
year, which
Yes.
we can all agree is like non-existent amount of money in terms of like rent as
Yeah,
such.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think the biggest problem in this whole story, yes, I understand that yeah, you want to have options, and yeah, of course now iOS is a lot more, just a lot more than what it was in the past when the App Store was, just being conceived, right? And when
Yeah.
in-app purchases were being conceived.
Mm-hmm.
So I get all that, but I feel like the biggest problem that and why Apple got in trouble, and I think rightfully so, is because the 30% cut is pretty crazy, and
Yep.
it is still to this day industry standard.
Yep.
Uh, but I just feel like at the face value, 30% is like insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it should be like 5
Yeah.
maximum.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, basically. And that's people's biggest, like, yes, of course there is some internet, like you need to provide a service. You need to servers to be running to run the App Store, and of course, but the percentage is like, yeah, like a couple
Mhm.
of percent, like 5%, and people would be like happily paying that because the App Store has some expenses, of course, and people
Mhm.
understand
Yeah.
that, but not 30%. This is
Mhm.
crazy. Anyway, yeah. Again, Epic's game store charges 12,
Sure.
and
Again, they're doing this just to undercut the industry standard, but all other
yeah,
storefronts that I can think of still do 30.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Steam, Microsoft,
yeah,
uh,
pretty much.
Sony, Nintendo, Google.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but
but it is a conversation worth having. And I mean,
mhm.
I mean, fundamentally, it's not the worst thing in the world if this happens. I mean, of course, I don't care because I don't have a horse in this race, and if people can pay less to subscribe to whatever they want to subscribe to on iOS, that's like a good thing.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it feels like it also doesn't feel quite correct that like it would people would be able to the companies will be able to completely bypass Apple in this scenario
oh, and
because still at the yep
yeah, I know, sorry, go ahead.
or unless they won't be completely be able or still Apple gets something from this or if they choose to
Mhm.
use some other payment system they don't get anything, right?
If so you can, so they, if they want to subscribe through Apple, they still can, and Apple will
Yeah,
get their cut. But if there's a button like go to the website, whatever, Netflix.com, Spotify.com, now they will not get nothing
hmm
if people click that button, and that's basically the, yeah, that's what Tim Sweeney was. No Apple tax on web transactions, basically. So this is the,
hmm
and yeah.
okay.
Anyway, Nastya, Benis indeed. Yes. Uh, wait. Yes, Nodsville. It's 5 from ground up. 1.5 meters higher than my firewood shed roof. Yes, yes, we will talk about your wooden mast, if you know what I mean, later a little bit. Yes, but first we gotta discuss some technology news first. So, uh, yes. Anyway, we'll see. But yeah, again, this is a percentage what a normal uh like payment processor usually takes, like Stripe which is one of the biggest in US.
Mhm.
Just for
Well,
dealing with a credit card and nothing else. And yes, no app store and stuff and blah blah blah. But yeah, 3%. Who knows how much the app store maintenance, whatever it is, but it can't be more than few percent also. Because come on, we live in 2025. Computers are pretty smart now. All right, so spruce mast. I think that's my penis. Because my last name, Spruce Forest. Anyway, what are we talking about? So, how about some Estonian innovation in the world? Nordics and Estonia are rolling out an offline card payment backup in case of the internet is broken down. Interesting. So, and this is Reuters of all people also. So, of course, Estonia is not leading the pact as I would... like all the Estonians would hope for. It's more the Nordics, but Estonia is also doing the same. Because, so Sweden especially, where was the date? Yeah. Sweden's central bank told Reuters that it hoped to establish a system by July 1st, 2026. So yes, it will be most likely next year, not this year, but yeah. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Estonia. Central banks in Norway and Denmark said they have already launched offline electronic payments that they are continue to develop. So basically, they are storing the transactions inside the card terminal. And whenever the internet resumes, then they will all go through, basically. So that's what they're building. Yes, offline payments work already 20 years ago, but yeah, now they kind of want to do like a official Estonian central bank thing. Not...
So this will only work when there's no internet, when the terminals are not connected to internet?
Yes, yeah, which is basically... Sorry?
I'm assuming this is rare, but...
yeah, they say it's because the Russian... the ships that have been cutting those cables under the sea, which have been a threat lately, and who's to say they are not targeting the internet cables also under the sea, which is... Yeah. So... Hey, a backup is a backup. I feel like this is good news. But yeah, yes, they have been offline payments in some certain companies have been doing here and there something. Their terminal is connected to a battery backup or something, but yeah, nothing like we as a nation of Estonians, we are rolling this out to all the payment systems across the nation, basically, and there will be like a data center for it, I guess, or something. We'll see, because the Estonians, as being very Estonian about it, where was the Estonian sentence here? Estonians central bank did not immediately respond to their request for comment. Yes, very Estonian of them. Because the joke is Estonians are slow, something. I don't know. Estonians being shocker. Yes. Yes. Anyway, and Finland plans to reserve bank account in case banks can't operate. Yeah. Oh yeah, Finnish bank. Europe needs alternatives to Visa and Mastercard. Well, yeah, yeah,
Sure.
that was true many years ago, but also okay.
Perfect time to start.
Oh yeah, we just saw what happened in Spain. Also, yeah. Spain was
Yeah.
also well. That was the electricity as a whole, but yeah,
Yeah. Well,
that,
that's another like failure that can be avoided. That's nice. As
yes,
someone who doesn't use cash pretty much ever, that's good.
yeah,
Although I
exactly.
don't really like think about it that much. It's like, oh no, maybe the internet is out in the specific moment when I'm paying for something, but I guess
Yeah,
it could happen.
yeah, yeah. Of course, the bank terminals are somewhat sometimes even down, just
Mm-hmm.
randomly.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so let's move on to Nintendo. Nintendo just updated their privacy policy, as I understand, uh, or terms of service. I think this is the correct term. Yes. Ah,
Yeah.
yes, and because the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming, um, they just straight up made what I just need to read this basically. So so they will brick your console, your Nintendo Switch, when you do the following. Without limitation, you agree that you may not publish, copy, modify, reverse engineer, lease, rent, decompile, disassemble, distribute, offer for sale, or create derivative works of any portion of the Nintendo account services, bypass, modify, decrypt, defeat, tamper with, or otherwise circumvent any of the functions or protections of the Nintendo account services.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Those are some Nintendo lawyers at work. Anyway, there was some kind of a meme on the internet where who would win, 100 Nintendo lawyers or one gorilla.
In a what? In a physical
Yeah,
confrontation or
yeah. I guess sure. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But gorillas are pretty scary.
Yeah. 100 to Alipas versus me.
Oh no!
uh, you can sell essentials from the window. Wow. Shift shows YouTube quick keys. Just found out. Shift really? I wanna try now. Oh wait. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Anyhow. So yeah, basically, yeah, they just want to cover their butts and oh man, Nintendo is keep being Nintendo basically.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too
Well, that's
excited.
it. Like they have by far the easiest system to pirate from and emulate.
Yeah.
Out of all the good gaming consoles.
Hmm.
So maybe they should put more effort into like developing systems that are harder to pirate. How about that? You know,
Oh, the
that could be a
burn.
thing.
Yes. I mean, yeah.
You know, and
Fun fact.
not only is it easy to emulate and crack switches, or emulate, let's say emulate, but the games that are emulated from the Switch often look better than they are playing on native hardware, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
we've seen so many times in the last generation. Well, I say the last generation, but you know, Switch 2 is almost out, so I guess at this point we could say last generation.
Fun fact. I learned this was months ago. I don't know. I learned that Nintendo, this where it all started, basically. I guess, or something. The Nintendo original Game Boy that you like you can see here, right? Yes, this screen. So basically, and piracy was a thing, of course, already in the 80s. I think the Game Boy was in the 80s. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so in order to have a modified version of a game or a pirated version of a game, you had to code in this Nintendo logo to appear on the first thing you see when you launch a game. Otherwise, the console or this Game Boy wouldn't even start the game. You had, and this was because when the Nintendo logo appears, the first as the game starts, that gave right to Nintendo to sue the game maker, basically, because the Nintendo logo needed to be hard coded in to the game in order to get to the game to be launched. Even like, it was, yeah.
Is it still not the case? I mean, you have logos all the time when you play games.
I mean, yeah.
The developer logo, the publisher logo.
Yeah, sure. I don't know about the modern version yet, but
You don't need a platform logo, I don't think, because
yeah,
sometimes games are published by not platform holder.
yeah.
But
Yeah, because there are so many games published cross-platform to all the platforms, yeah.
Different time.
Yeah, but this is where it all started, kind of. The Nintendo lawyers, they rose. Nintendo logo is proof that the game copy is real. The logo was the only thing that was patented. Even some NES emulator is Ask logo, but most NES ROMs are without logo. Yeah, now of course they have figured out all the things. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, this. Sorry.
Have they?
You can run Nintendo games on some kind of a whatever hardware at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's be clear, it's not going to be any different with Switch 2 when that comes out. It's just going to be the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They changed some stuff, but I'm pretty sure that will be the case.
Don't work with the original Nintendo consoles. Yeah. All right. So, okay. How about Huawei making a desktop operating system? So you have heard about HarmonyOS on Huawei phones, because as a refresher, Huawei was kind of the Chinese phone maker, was kind of banned from Android because China-US trade war, all the things, and now they have HarmonyOS running on Huawei phones, and now they're bringing out HarmonyOS for laptops, which is kind of okay. So I watched the video. Let's watch the video, I guess. It looks like a MacBook a little bit. Because of course it does. I mean the operating system, not the laptop itself.
It does look like a MacBook.
Okay, but oh yeah, let's kill the audio. Yeah, so of course there's an AI thing on the side that is constantly doing the thing, and where let's see where the frosted glass is. The frosted glass, yes, this one. Oh my god, does that not look like search on macOS? Please. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, so lots of iPhone vibes. with the frosted
Well,
glass.
not to say that it looks bad. I feel like it looks
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
pretty usable, but yeah.
Yeah. But some a little bit of Windows, a little bit Mac OS, a little bit Android, I guess, or something maybe. Yeah. Anyway, so this is a thing now, apparently, that HarmonyOS, you will have. Xiaomi is an Apple clone. Yeah, Xiaomi is the other one, which is like hardcore cloning. But Huawei is pretty much up there also in terms of like Android cloning and iOS cloning. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, the Pope. Fun fact. He games. You want to guess which games?
I read the article.
Oh yeah, you know. Okay, yeah. Then
I mean, I only heard about one game that he plays.
Oh, okay. So he will reveal the second one also now, I guess.
First, we do Wordle, because this is a regular thing.
Wordle.
We do Words with Friends.
Yes.
And Words with Friends. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They basically the same, I guess. NES gamer Pope. Yeah. He can speed run Super Mario super fast, like.
Well, yeah. What do you think he's doing all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah. Again, he's Italian, right? So Super Mario, obviously.
No, he's not Italian.
Well, I mean, yeah, he will be. Yeah, he will be there. He knows some Italian, yeah. But yeah, he's from Chicago. Yes.
Yeah, first American Pope in history. That's interesting.
Yeah. So interesting. Yeah. Nastya made the joke also that the new Pope introducing. Can I steal the joke? Do you want to tell a joke, Nastya? She posted on her Instagram that the new Pope teaching about the deep dish pizza to the other Catholics. Steal it.
Italians, yeah.
Lol. Yeah. The Chicago's deep dish pizza. All right. Yeah, so basically Palpatine returned, as far as I can tell. I don't know. Somehow Palpatine returned. And apparently the new Pope is also Apple Watch wearer. So
I also saw that, yeah.
maybe that will help because the Apple Watch has been on the decline for some time and people don't buy the Apple Watches.
Say, maybe Apple paid off all the cardinals who are electing Pope.
Yeah.
To elect an American Pope and have like this sneaky promotion for Apple Watch.
Yeah.
And now literally all the Catholics of the world will want to own an Apple Watch because the Pope is wearing one.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Tim Cook is in the Vatican somewhere. You get an Apple Watch. You get an Apple Watch. Yeah. I don't know.
Brilliant. Brilliant piece of
marketing. All right. Fun fact. There's a new AirTag feature, which is kind of interesting. Or a ring Pope. Yes, exactly. Shows off the sleeping stats, like, bitch, yes. So, new AirTag feature is you can share your AirTag temporarily for a brief time with the airline, which is kind of like to find your lost luggage, basically. Apple teamed up with airlines to build an AirTag-powered luggage recovery into the customer support system. If your luggage gets lost, you can temporarily share an AirTag's location with the airline so you can find it faster. Which is kind of, yeah, sure. Nice. Because it doesn't help, like, okay, yeah, I can see my luggage right here. And the airline is like, okay, but we don't know. You have the phone. You're in a completely other country. Please. All statistics public. Yes, so neat. And how about a new robot for your home? Because
we love robots.
yeah, we love absolutely.
What does this one do?
This one, yeah, I will show you. So,
Okay, I'm excited.
All right. Could you close the cabinet?
Can you close the cabinet? Of
Can
course.
you place the dishes in the sink too?
Place the dishes in the sink. I mean, this is speed up. This is double the speed because, of course, the robot takes way longer than a human.
Is the lady issuing commands to the robot?
Yes.
clean up the
Oh,
spill,
yeah,
too.
yeah. The lady is the same commands that I said. Close the
Okay.
cupboard, put away the dishes, something.
Mhm. Okay, so
And
this is meant to be like a thing that will help you around the house while you're working, except that you have to constantly distract from work to tell the robot what to do.
yes, correct. I
That's
mean,
good.
yes. I mean, I can see. Okay, this is obvious. This is not. I'm not excited actually about this robot because this looks very much not even as a demo. It's not even ready, basically. But I'm just excited about technology. All right, this is where it started. So yes, the robot needs constant like do the thing, but the later example here, they clean up my bedroom.
The
basically.
bedroom?
Here.
Could you clean the bedroom?
Could you clean the bedroom? So yeah, you need to have a basket inside the bedroom where the robot puts all the stuff in. There's a trash bin. Tries to do the bed also. Takes this is 10 times the speed. But hey. And they're taking in the promotional video is really focused on like we can take this like as a service to house or something, but that's kind of weird. But okay.
Clean the bedroom.
Yeah, clean the.
Can you put the plate in the drawer?
Can you put the plate? Yeah, sorry.
No, I feel like we have to start asking questions to ourselves. Like, are we really excited about this technology? Like, genuinely?
I mean, no. It will be done in like 20 years or something, and then we will have. But this is just the beginnings.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fine and everything, but like, we are, moving towards more sophisticated robotics, right? And robots being able to do more things
Yes.
on the hardware front. And then on the software front, we have AI, which is already taken over so many people's lives,
Oh yeah.
who just completely supplanted all the mental, tasks that they need to do in their day-to-day lives onto these language models.
Yeah.
And so if we combine the two,
Mm-hmm.
and we have AI to do the like thinking stuff, and
Yes.
the robots to do the physical stuff, what are we left to do then?
Oh.
Because the
I
answer
don't
to
know.
that is obvious, right? I mean, we're left to consume. This is like the end game of all of this, right?
Yes.
Just eliminate
Buy all the things,
distractions.
consume all the
Yeah.
things. Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But there's I mean, yeah. If you, but you can. Oh, there's whatever you want, whatever you want to do with your life. Basically, is the answer. But yes, I completely understand in terms of like there's a good argument to be had if the AI is thinking for you 24/7, then you will get dumber because you are not thinking anymore. You are just.
Well, that's an excellent point, actually.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with your life, right?
Yeah.
But if you are completely freed, quote unquote,
Yeah.
from the burden of thinking and engaging critically with information over a long period of time, I
Mhm.
mean, as you said, it's going to take a long time for all these things to get to the point where they're like
Oh yeah.
sophisticated enough. But they're already happening. Maybe not from the hardware front, because, like, I mean, robots are crazy. But I mean, we do have basic like vacuums, and I mean, dishwashing machine is kind of a robot, right?
Yes, exactly.
In a way.
That's my whole point. Because we technically have robots, washing machine, dishwashers. These are technically robots, but they're just super dumb, and they only do one thing. But they are still
Mhm.
in our house already, and these are just the next dishwashers and washing machines, basically.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we are
But,
kinda have already chosen that to not do the dishes by hand anymore, not to wash clothes anymore by hand as a human species, basically. But yeah, a machine is a robot. I mean,
well, I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
In the same way as a phone is a computer, right?
yes,
I mean,
yes,
it's not the classical definition of what a computer looks like,
yep,
but
yeah.
it's still a computer.
And
Um,
an Apple Vision Pro is a computer, whatever.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And robot is something that does something mechanical, right? Something that manipulates matter in space, right? I would say that that's a
mm-hmm.
robot.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
if you manipulate clothing to
The spatula in the
become
corner.
clean, then that is a robot.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand where this argument is, and I am not a huge fan of washing dishes, and we don't have dishwashing machine, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah, yeah. But most
And sure,
homes where you go, they do.
yeah, perhaps, and sure, like, maybe we'll get to the point. But again, I mean, I would not want anything like that in my house.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
sure.
but let's say that it's gonna become more like low profile and low key, and we'll actually like be able to do things in like the next 20 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Grunk. Is this true? Have you? Oh yeah, you happen. You don't use Twitter, right? But do you know that on Twitter now there is like a feature at Grok. If you type at Grok, is this true? Whatever. Have you seen the feature?
They will tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
I only read that Grok is like one of the more unbiased models, and actually kind of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
does sometimes
Mm-hmm.
provide information that is more or less factual.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is good.
Oh man. Oh, okay. I will spoil, I guess, this one then, because this is in the meme break actually, but Mondays have never felt so good. Let's fucking go. The White
Is it an
House.
actual tweet at the White House?
The White House. This is a tweet from the official White House Twitter handle. Let's fucking go. At Grok, why are the official government accounts being run by children? Government accounts like the White House use informal tones to engage younger audiences on X, adopting slangs like "let's fucking go" and emojis for relatability. This approach boosts engagement, as seen with the U.S. consumer. Anyway, so yeah.
How are you doing, fellow children? Or
Yes.
fellow kids?
Exactly.
Elmo wants to then name the kid. I'm going to then name the app. Exactly. But
yes. So yeah, where were we? Robots, right? 59%. He just made insulin for poor people 10 times more expensive with cutting Medicare. Yeah, well, that's what you get, I guess. Yes, it's still Twitter, lots of them.
Yes.
For me.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. Okay, it's kind of a loaded topic, which actually I feel like kind of warrants a bigger discussion. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
And on the surface level, on like a very like macro level, I
Yeah, yeah,
understand the
yeah.
desire to offload menial tasks onto someone else, right, or something else,
Yeah.
so that you can do something else with your life, right? That is nice and everything. However, I do on some level kind of wonder, like, oh, if because let's look at it. We are the European facing podcast, and we don't. Most European people who are just regular people live in like relatively small living spaces, and don't have like large like 3-story houses with like 6 bedrooms and
Mm-hmm.
10 guest rooms and stuff like that. I
Yes.
almost wonder if having robots to offload all the menial tasks onto it for like an average person living in an average sized place, like, is that good for us as like creatures that are sentient and thinking? Because menial tasks, they are not like useless. They create routines, which can be healthy and kind of
Yeah.
engaging in their own way, and sometimes they are annoying. Yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, that my biggest like issue is like you will straight up move less, which is not good.
For
Also,
instance,
straight up from a physiological, biological because the human body is designed to move a lot. Technically, we are not designed to sit on computer 8 hours a day. This is actually pretty bad for the body, basically. Yeah,
and that is like a very basic thing,
that is
right?
a
That
super basic, and there's so many questions that we need to still answer before the robots take our home over, basically.
And you could tell me, but sir, you could set the robot to clean your apartment, and meanwhile you could go and do like a workout or something.
Yeah.
And my question to that would be, well, will you? Are you going to do that? Or
Yeah.
are you
Well,
going to just sit on the couch and browse Twitter,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it's easy to say that we as humans, I understand, like conceptually, I understand that not having to do certain things in the future will create more free time for us to do what we want, or what we feel like,
Yeah.
or dedicate our time to something else, which
Yes.
is wonderful and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But what will that time be dedicated to?
Well,
We can say that, well, it's going to be like, we're going to improve ourselves and learn and spend more time with our families and do this and that and everything. But like, will we actually? I guess it's a very individual question to ask.
I would say the answer is if you were planning to be lazy, you're gonna be lazy. If you're planning to be productive, you're gonna be productive. But again, we are not living in this future, the hypothetical future already, where
Well,
yeah.
not yet,
But yeah, who knows what this will bring, what negative downsides this will bring. And again, even AI, this article that I'm showing right now, yeah, there have been already some signs that humans are just straight up losing some mental capacity, basically, because of AI, a little bit. But again, not a conclusive study. This needs to be way long term. This is a super, like, probably a sensationalist headline. Who knows what the truth it really is? We need years and years to study the effects of like someone who has been only AIing 8 hours a day, 5 years, whatever, or something. And what the effects will be, and how he was in his previous life, and yeah. Anyway, so
But I feel like that we, just generally speaking, tend to treat everything this way. That we like kind of like hindsight everything, right? Like, oh well, we're kind of fucked right now, but we couldn't have possibly thought of what the implication would be.
Hmm.
Now that like everyone who is using social media is like mentally, hurt by it in many different ways,
Yeah.
which is by design by the people who made these apps for us to use and consume, right? And these AI models that we're using, well, I mean, I don't actually use it. I tried a couple of times, but it's like, okay, well, I mean, I can do it myself, you know.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, and yes, and we are so early days. So many hallucinations, and it will get straight up stuff wrong, and you cannot trust this. The AI is mostly, I would say, just use it to get some ideas. Have your own ideas, and make the decision your own, but don't like rely on AI for anything 100%. Don't copy the answer and paste the answer into your email, whatever. Just don't do that, basically. Just get some ideas from the AI. Get some inspiration. That's my advice.
mm,
If you want to get some if you want to get some, AI can be helpful. It can help to do your work.
mhm.
Of course, depends on the work. It depends on the person and how you work and stuff. But yeah, most times.
Yeah. Well, that's a good advice if we assume that people are, individual, free-thinking individuals who are,
Yeah.
ready to make their own decisions and engage with information in a complex way, which clearly isn't the case because we see it already,
Which
right?
is
In many
declining
cases,
because so many people are just straight up
right?
trusting more AI now.
I mean, on a very anecdotal level, right? I understand that probably my closest surrounding people probably wouldn't do that, right? And would be maybe more responsible. But
Yeah.
on a holistic level, when you unleash an AI model on, let's say, a group of people, such as the citizens of the United States of America, right? Which recently there was a study that more than half of Americans have literacy skills of 6-year-olds.
Yes. Oh.
Not 6-year-olds, sorry, not 6-year-olds,
Well,
the sixth graders.
yeah.
And then you combine the two, and again, as you said, we're in the very early days of what can be done with these models and what they will be able to do in the future. But again, just like with social media, I was talking about this with Morris recently, how social media is a very new thing, like relatively speaking, compared to like the internet or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And like how quickly, in literal like blink of an eye, in terms of like historical, dimension, how quickly it went from like platforms to connect with people, and be able to communicate remotely and keep in touch, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to be, the goal of social media in the early days. How quickly it went from that to a primarily like advertisement selling platform.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Because that's what they are like nowadays.
oh yeah.
Whether
But
it be
there always
for
have been, but well, okay. They were losing money, and then they wanted, okay, we are deciding not to lose money anymore, basically. So they somehow adopt. Yeah, they. Of course, we're gonna turn everything into ad-ridden hellscapes. Every platform ever, because we like money, and that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but we also have to then understand that there is, based on this single factoid, we can extrapolate that there is no way in hell the same thing will not happen with AI models, because those
oh
platforms,
yeah, of
as they are in
course.
complete control of these platforms, will find a way to extract money
Yeah,
from
yeah.
people using these platforms. And since the platforms can directly interface with people who are like, using them in such a lot more profound way than just like seeing like an ad on Reddit, that nobody really cares about, but it's just there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can have these platforms who can directly like influence you to, purchase something or subscribe to something and like do things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's where it's gonna go. There's no based on like existing evidence, there is no way this is not how it's going to go.
Oh, yeah,
Because
of
why would it?
course. Yeah, of course. You will ask Siri and like, by the way, what thing do you recommend to me? And they will be most likely like, oh yeah, by the way, Apple has also something like this for you, and this is my first suggestion. But if you want to like keep looking around, I have this Amazon list for this product also, I guess, or something. And they are also and Amazon took money for those, like Amazon paid for those product placements to Apple also, and yeah, it will be a whole thing. Yes,
absolutely, yeah. And again, it will be a lot more subtle than just seeing ads. And even now, with have these like by comparison very simplistic ways to sell advertisements, right? Which we have just like banner ads and video ads. And sometimes you have this feeling if you use like Google as your primary search engine or whatever, or Google Chrome as your primary browser, and oftentimes it just feels like the internet just knows exactly what to put in front of your face sometimes, right?
Oh,
you just go on Reddit and you just randomly see the ad of a thing that you just thought about recently, and may not necessarily even have Googled, but you thought about it or spoke about it, right? And this happened to me so many times.
yeah. Even the
But again,
my biggest problem with AI already actually is that AI is not even, because the AI has been I have read about it on so many YouTubers and so many articles have been posting about this also, that AI is already showing you what you want to see, and not and saying things that you agree more likely, not necessarily putting like, so this is the truth and whether you like it or not. No, AI is more like, okay, I know your preferences, I know you as a person, and this is the more truth for you, basically, which is creating these kinds of like, you are confirming your bias or whatever with AI, and oh yeah, it's exactly like this, without telling you how it actually is. It's just taking you into account as a person, basically, your beliefs and your whatever you are standing for. So you cannot, which is, I feel like this, I was hoping this will come later, because I kind of know, because people like to hear their own voice inside somebody else, basically, because they want to hear whatever they believe, basically. But I feel like this is getting,
it's terrible, right? Because it is the same way that social media work.
Yeah.
Right? And of
Yeah.
course it is the same way that the social media work.
Yes.
Because the same corporations who have created the social media and platforms
Yeah.
are creating the AI systems and are in complete control of what these models look like and how they interface with humans. Right?
And that's why
So
the social media platforms got so big, because they liked what they believe and they see what they believe, and oh, I really like this place on the internet, whatever Facebook, whatever Instagram, that I only see my preferred things and my preferred truths. And yeah, the AI cycle is basically repeating exactly that, just to get big. And then we will have, when all the social media is gone, in like, I don't know, 5 years maybe. Who knows?
Why would that be the case?
Because AI has
You think it will just replace?
it will
I
just
don't think so. I think it will just be like some kind of like a weird, like a chimera-esque like thing that will happen.
I mean,
Social media mixed with. I mean, I guess so. Actually, yeah, you may be right. Yeah, like all the social interaction on the internet will be replaced with your personal assistants, right? Who will be incredibly
basically, because
tuned to
there
your
will be
personal.
social media in terms of like, here's the AI generated social media platforms. If you want to have a social media account, I guess, look at these AI generated pictures that are so real that you cannot tell if it's AI generated or not. And you have no idea. And they don't tell you about it either. And there may be some pictures that are real, but most pictures are just like, who knows? Because the creators, they don't care. The platform don't care. It's like all we have. Yeah, anyway. We had some.
We'll have the echo chambers of social media combined with echo chambers of our own personal assistants.
Yeah.
Just cuddling us 24/7. That is terrifying to me.
It
honestly.
is.
Like,
Yeah.
I am kind of like following loosely of things that are happening in the world, like on a more like general level, and I can already tell that like the trend is that the Overton window is definitely moving more to the right. Day by day, I can literally see it happening in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with all these different little trends that are happening, different little developments that are happening in tech and in software, I can definitely see us like in the next decades or something having like a massive rollback on, well, basically everything. Like all the progress that has been made in like decades or like in the last century, let's say, in terms of like rights movements and social movements.
Wait, isn't that what Trump is doing already?
But I mean, it is more or less happening. Yeah, I mean, it is happening. That's what I'm saying. That I see it happening in real time.
Yeah.
And, you do have maybe with some areas that are more resilient than others to this, and I definitely feel like whether by chance or by providence, you have a EU which is probably more resilient to this kind of stuff because it's not something that you can like ruin unilaterally, right?
Yeah.
And just dismantle all the work that has been done in the last like let's say 100 years. But you can very much do that in something like the US, and we can see it happening in real time, and it's scary.
Yes.
I am very. Nothing that I'm seeing happening in the world right now is making me feel optimistic about where we are moving.
Yeah, but that's also because the news cycle is also a little bit mostly negative because that's what gets the clicks, I guess, and our human brains are more Yeah. Anyway, but Nastya, we had someone at work I thought was using an AI profile photo. Turns out she just has great skin. I have not seen the photo, but I guarantee you she did some touched up thing on the app. Fun fact, even if you don't know, then even the iPhone is ever so slightly smoothing the skin and doing the thing. It's very little, but it is there. So every phone basically is doing it. And
I've tried the what's it called? Image Playground?
Yeah.
Is it called Image Playground?
Image Playground, yes. This is the Apple's generate an image, AI image, basically. Yeah.
And I tried it with some pictures, or like portrait pictures of people. Nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Absolute like sleep paralysis demon scenarios.
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
Here's me as a AI image playground. Okay, I need to think. This is me from my profile picture.
And have you tried? Oh wait, let's see. Have you tried? Yeah. Oh, this is given. Yeah. This has this like Unreal Engine 5 490 vibe to it. Terrible, terrible.
Yes,
Not that you look terrible, just like the idea of it is just terrible.
I look terrible. Yes.
Your hair looks so very. I guess you took it recently, because when you had your short hair. I'm so used to seeing you with longer hair that I was like,
Oh
who is
yeah.
this guy?
This is based on actually a shorter hair picture. Actually, I don't know why that did this thing, but wait, how do I? Okay, how do I even? Anyway, I'm over it. Doesn't matter. All right, let's move on. See me at summer boat with hair. Yes. So let's talk about some how the tech is taking over our lives. I don't know. There's no transition. I'm sorry. So, in case you were wondering,
we just spent the last 20 minutes talking about how tech will eventually take over our lives and we'll be left to consume ads.
Yeah.
I feel like it's perfect segue.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, the story is not necessarily tied to this thing. But anyway, so
I mean, all the stories are tied to this thing in some way or the other.
So, Chinese researchers develop a silicone-free transistor technology, which is supposed to be the fastest and most efficient in the world. Dun dun dun. So in case you were ever wondering if the Chinese are behind, already behind, like passing the current technology behind US, or are they like out ahead of US or something? Then yeah, pretty much the answer seems more like they are the leading tech country as of pretty much like recently. So Peking University, Beijing means Peking. Is that the spelling from Chinese? Peking, because that's the spelling for Estonian, and Beijing is from English. What is this Peking? Is there like a Peking? Peking is an old name of Beijing. Okay, I guess. Okay, so this is they don't translate Peking, I guess, in English. Anyway. So they made a processor with straight up no silicone, and it is which is a part of every processor, by the way. As far as so far, at least, basically. And this thing is 40% faster than Intel's latest 3 nanometer chip, while using 10% less power, which would place it ahead of current processors from TSMC. So this the fastest stuff we have on the planet. This is 40% faster and 10% less power. This is pretty crazy. Yeah. Peking is the Estonian name of Beijing. Yes, that's what I said also. Yes. Okay, anyway. So they did side by side, basically. And yeah, with current US Intel chips. So technically AMD chips are still a little bit faster than Intel ones, but hey, this is 40% is 40%, so this will be way faster than AMD also. And again, this is not long-term tested. Who knows if this chip just evaporates after, like, I don't know, 6 months of use or whatever, but it is here, and it is faster, and it consumes less power, and the Chinese are pretty proud of it. Also, the new material, which is a 2-dimensional material. So if it doesn't use silicone, then what does it use? It uses bismuth oxyselenide. I don't know. Whatever that is. Bismuth oxyselenide, I guess. I don't know. Feel free to correct me in the comments or something. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Bottom line is Chinese are doing some serious breakthrough stuff in even some chips that we were kind of hoping they would not, because that would kind of means maybe some bad news for Taiwan, because the chip manufacturing, the TSMC, meaning Taiwanese semiconductor company, this is kind of a problem for them, because if they destroy like the factory on Taiwan that produces the world's best chips on the planet, then and if they have something better, then this is kind of a problem.
Why would they destroy the factory?
I mean, they will. Okay, they will maybe destroy the factory, but they will just take over the factory, and yeah, the whole world kind of needs chips. Whatever if they destroy it or overtake it, it's either way bad. Whatever they are doing it to Taiwan.
Well, I mean, if these news came out, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the smarty pants in Silicon Valley already are hard at work. You know, R&Ding this thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping also that yes, some researchers and scientists are working on this exact thing already also in some parts of not China.
Who knows, maybe Nokia will come up with a Europe's first chip and will take over the world as the semiconductor manufacturer.
Yes.
That would be...
And the Nokia 3310 is making a reappearance and taking over
It will be the exact same form factor with this fancy-ass chip.
Yes, exactly.
It will be so power efficient that it will last for a year on one charge.
Yeah. And you can play Snake.
Yeah. At like double the speed because it's so powerful.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Last week I mentioned a Soviet spacecraft that was dropping down to Earth after 53 years. Yeah, 53 years. So there was a Kosmos 482 spacecraft that was part of the USSR Venera program, which was supposed to be sending pictures and video from the planet Venus. But it's after 53 years, it's kind of dead, and it's falling back to Earth right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and last week there was a article that, by the way, this is falling to Earth somewhere. We have no idea where. So I don't know. Please be advised that don't get hit with space junk from the sky. Yeah. Basically. As far as I can tell, so this is it was last seen somewhere in Germany. Yeah. Said it was last spotted by a radar over Germany. At the time of its expected crash, radar could not longer detect the Kosmos 482, concluding that it's most likely that the re-entry has occurred. So it's burning up. Was burning up 2 days ago. No injuries or damage have been reported yet. So there's some Soviet space junk somewhere in Germany right now. And hopefully...
Was that constitute an act of aggression?
Yes.
Did Russia just declare war on
Yeah,
Germany?
yeah. 53 years later. Yes.
Well, it was all planned, right? It was all calculated.
Oh, yeah. Of
By
course.
some brilliant Russian mathematician back in whatever year it was, 1972.
Yeah, 72, yeah.
That's just how the Third
They
World
played
War
a
started.
long game, is what you're
Yeah,
you're
of
saying,
course.
yeah.
And it's one of the first of many satellites that will become defunct and fall to the Earth over the next year or so. Europe will be positively covered with debris from Russian satellites.
Yeah.
Or Soviet satellites. I did actually watch through, not watch through, but I kind of skipped through the last episode to be on
Oh, yeah. Good.
up to date.
Awesome.
I actually wanted to circle back to the other story that you talked about
Yes.
last week, which is that what's the name of that stupid thing? What's the name of the Musk's
Starlink.
internet thing? Yeah, that thing. Starlink is gonna like eliminate the hardware cost, right? Or something like that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what would you know? Literally days after that story happened, and I just saw it today, 3 days ago. This piece of news was published, and this is the most fortuitous coincidence that I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. The thing dropped, right? It's 50 euros now?
No, it has nothing to do with price.
Oh.
It's just the article that I sent you on Discord.
Oh. What is this? Trump kills broadband grants, calls digital equity program racist and illegal. Oh. Okay.
So basically, there was a program that was supposed to facilitate access to high-speed internet for low-income families, for people who live in more like distant rural areas.
Veterans and
that.
disabilities. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So makes sense. In America, of course, everybody knows that the ISP market is completely monopolized by a handful of companies, right? And
Yes.
I imagine that it's very hard for people who live in like rural US to get access to internet that is like decent.
Yep.
So this was supposed to facilitate that, and what would you know? Trump decided to cancel it, and this happened literally days after Elon Musk decided that Starlink will not have any hardware costs associated with it.
Yep.
And so literally the people who are living in these distant rural areas in the US will probably have this as their only option.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like corruption whatsoever.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Selling Teslas in the White House for a private company. Sure. Selling Starlink, a private company product. Yeah. Of course.
And what were you talking about? 50 or something? What was that?
Starlink basically. Yeah, they dropped the hardware the hardware cost also. Actually, this week. Last week it was like 350 euros for the whole thing. But you have to commit to a 12-month commitment.
There you go.
Yeah, so you have to. Otherwise, if you cancel, here it is. You will be charged 350 if you cancel it in the middle. And
wonderful. Of course, yeah, you remove the upfront price, make the subscription more expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe more affordable for people living in the rural United States of America, perhaps. And profit.
And but okay, for the people who don't, what other thing I was talking about last week? Amazon. What was it? Kuiper. Kuiper. Yeah. Project Kuiper. Yes, April. Yeah. This is Amazon launches first Kuiper internet satellites taking on Starlink. So Amazon has basically the same thing, and this is why literally this happened, the Amazon thing happened, and then by the way, we are dropping the Starlink thing price, as if competition is something actually you want. As soon as there is a second player, you have to compete with price. But yeah, this is only in US, the Amazon thing. And it's like 27 satellites. Yeah, the first 27 satellites. It's so... the first 3,200 that Amazon plans to... Yeah, there's 3,000 planned. There's only 27 as of right now. So, yeah, they need to get there. It's just started, basically. Anywho... it's nice offer, I think, 1 year, but you can send it back 2 weeks after buying. In Estonia, I have heard it have bad coverage. Competition is good. Many people take Amazon just because it's Amazon, not starting. Even it's more expensive. Yeah. People have their preferences. If you're, yeah.
As if Amazon is any better than.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves,
I just need good old-fashioned Estonian fiber optics into my home, please. Please. There is still no plans for my fiber optic lines to be built to my house, and this sucks. All right.
I've been kind of on the quest of trying to replace American products that I use. With some alternatives. Yeah.
Oh.
There aren't many, and unfortunately, in terms of like internet related things, it's kind of hard to do because
Yep.
There is no alternative to YouTube and like whatever other websites. But in terms of day-to-day life, I was thinking, what are the American things that I use? And of course, there's Apple, which I guess we'll have to deal with that later at some point. We'll see. It's still the least problematic of all the companies that I consume from. But I was very sad to discover that Hellmann's and Heinz are both American companies, and I quite appreciate their products. But I've been using different brands over the last few weeks.
Yeah. By the way, this is one of the websites where you can find some alternatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
It won't be easy. Let's say.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just say that.
If there was if there was a push for it to happen, but yeah. It's gonna be a while. But it could happen. I mean, I already don't use a bunch of different US platforms, which is nice. But yeah, there you go. Skype is no longer a thing, so
yeah.
Rest in peace, Skype. Rest in peace, the European alternative, which wasn't really European because Microsoft bought it. But, in spirit, it was European.
Yeah.
At least, so that's that.
Yeah.
So much for that.
What's the alternative? Oh, Mastodon. Mastodon is from Europe, really?
Mastodon is just open source, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's European, but
okay. There are many Mastodon servers hosted and operated in Europe. Okay, that's the only Europe. Yeah, okay. I see.
Oh yeah.
Yes. All right. Estonian Skype. Yes. At my laptop, Skype still works. What? Oh, you did it. You unplugged it from the internet, so it doesn't. It doesn't get the update to switch to Teams, whatever. Oh God, what is the YouTube alternative? What are these things? I have no idea. Bunny Stream. What the hell is Bunny Stream from Slovenia?
Bunny Stream sounds like some kind of porn website. Or
yes.
Some kind of cam chat hosting website.
Wait. Oh my god. You are encoding is free, but storage. So you upload a video and you have to pay for it. Ooh. Yeah. I completely understand that data centers need like money to be running.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the thing when you are multi-billion or whatever. Is the Google $1 trillion company at this point? Probably is.
the last estimate
Uh,
I saw was 500 billion.
Only 500 billion.
Only, yes.
Well, that's the thing when you are a $500 billion company, we can just like absorb these costs and pretend that your data service have unlimited amount of storage forever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, that's what monopolies do.
Yeah.
It's hard to penetrate this market, even for other $100 billion companies, if you can believe.
Yeah. Is there like
But I do like the name.
yeah, funny.net. The,
Oh my God, it's
the
called
global content delivery
funny.net.
platform
I
that
love it.
truly hops, by the way.
Iconic.
Oh god. So if I try free for 14 days and if I do this, then I will see the videos that other people have been posting or something? Is that how it
Is
works?
that how it works? Yeah, I like how we're both like, huh? Like, how
I
does
mean,
it
yeah,
work?
we have
Is
been
it like
we have been doing this for 4 years. We are slowly becoming one person, yes.
I thought you were gonna say, well, we've been doing this for 4 years now. Time to migrate to Bunny.net.
Yes. That's also the other thing that I wanted to say, yes. Bunny.net.
Oh,
We
God.
just pay for every single live stream that we upload.
Mm-hmm.
To
How many gigabytes do you think a live stream of this size would
ooh,
have?
I don't know.
You stream in 1080p, right?
Yes.
So
Does it say on the thing how much we have been? It doesn't say. Yes. Okay. No idea.
So based on bitrate or whatever, it can be 4 to 8 gigs of data.
Oh, yeah.
So we would have to pay 4 to 8 cents per
Yeah?
stream, which is not terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably more than we make off of the stream, but
Oh, yeah.
we can write it off as a tax, like a business expense.
Yes, exactly. And
One of us, I'm sure, is registered as a business person, so you can do that.
sure. Yeah. Jetstream. Okay. Price on request. Aluga. Anyway, okay. Let's not get distracted here. Please, let's continue this thing. So, Mexico sues Google for renaming Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's because, yes. Welcome to 2025. Imagine seeing this headline in like 5 years ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? Claudia? I love her so much. Wait. Oh my god, this is a reference. Where is that from? That is so familiar. Claudia. I love her so much. Oh my god. Now I need to know. This is...
Isn't that just the name of President of Mexico?
Claudia? Is that...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought this is a reference to something, but yeah. Anyway,
Is the President of Mexico?
Claudia Scheinbaum. That's a very German,
There you go.
very
Claudia.
German name.
There you go. Yeah, both name and last name are not very Mexican-esque.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Let's
but
Google-
they are
let's
they are
Google
doing the
Claudia.
Lord's work. So just straight up suing Google for that. All right. So, how about some dystopia for your evening? Because you were talking about earlier about how the average Americans are like 6th graders, something. Anyway,
It's not me. It's science. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm just relaying the information.
Yeah. Same.
Insert citation required, but I can't be bothered. You can Google. It's there.
Sources down in the description or something. Anyway, kids are short circuiting their school issued Chromebooks for TekTok clout. So the latest TikTok trend is destroying school property. Yes. So you stick a metal rod into the USB port in the right way, and it catches fire. Or put a pencil inside some Chromebook USB, and it catches fire. And that's what people have been doing. And this is a new TikTok challenge now, I guess. Here's a TikTok. They put pencil lead in a Chromebook so at your school, and there have been some fire trucks and some ambulances now on your school property, because that's a thing now. Yes. And or just straight up destroying it the old-fashioned way while beating it, basically. Because
yes, well, we were literally just talking about the erosion of. Wait, what did I just log? Did YouTube just log me out of my account?
What?
Was I being too problematic?
You said something about 6th grade.
Yeah, I'm logged out of my YouTube account. LOL. Anyway, well, I can still watch the stream, but I can't write anything in chat.
Wow.
Where was I? Well, see, they're following me. Whoever who is in charge of YouTube, I don't know.
Yeah.
That person is following me personally.
You're on the list.
Just recently, we had a trend of children throwing popcorn at the cinemas for whatever, something to do with that Minecraft, right? Film.
Yeah.
I
think I saw that. Yeah.
And I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Can we please stop throwing popcorn? Something.
Can we please stop putting metal objects into electrical devices and outlets?
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can we just go back to the normal fire challenge that was happening almost 10 years ago in school, where children in schools just poured some flammable liquid onto themselves and just light it on fire. And the challenge was to survive, I guess? Because this was a challenge also, technically, that was blowing up on social media. The fire challenge. You just light yourself on fire.
Oh my god, yeah, I completely forgot about. There's been so many idiotic challenges over the years, and a lot of them were happening before TikTok.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What were they on before TikTok? I remember so many of them.
Yeah, there was the
the Cold War challenge. It all started quite like quite harmless, like Cold Water challenge and Cinnamon challenge.
Yes.
Which can be not good, but largely harmless. But yeah, it also got into weird, dangerous territory. And what was the platform that it was on? Was it on Instagram or?
It was on Instagram. It was on YouTube a little bit, and it was the other what was the name? Short form video platform.
You think it was on like something like Vimeo or something?
Not Vimeo. No. Oh, damn it! What was there?
Come
Was
on,
Vine? Yes. Oh my god.
on Vine. Yes, that was a
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Wine was a thing for for some wine for some time.
Mhm.
Yes. Founded in 2012. Yeah. Wine. Short for so this was TikTok before TikTok, basically.
Yeah.
Short form video. Yeah. Anyhow.
TekTok clout.
Yes.
I hate it here.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And by here, I mean on this planet.
yeah, destroying some company school property. Why not? Luckily, TikTok is doing some kind of, so if you do the Chromebook challenge or whatever, then now you will see this some kind of a support page, and please stop, think, decide, act, something. Yeah. Anyway, so
Well, that's gonna help.
yeah, sure.
A solemn white on black background text with pictures will definitely give people pause, right? And they will have to really reconsider and reflect on the choices that they're making. Because
Yes.
that's what people do. Because 12-year-olds are sensible and emotionally intelligent and very reasonable people.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have officially entered the meme section
Yeah.
of the show.
It is truly hard to even think of what could possibly be more memeable than the reality. I don't know if you've seen, but literally everyone has seen it because the trailer has like 100 million views or something.
Oh
The
yeah.
GTA 6
Yes.
trailer happened.
We are getting to it. We're getting to it.
And we are getting to it. Okay,
Yes.
let's just get to it then.
Yes, let's get to it.
Oh, we're doing it. Okay.
No. Memes first. Very important.
Yeah,
memes.
Let's get
What time is it? It's cock or time, I guess. Anyway, and I made a bookshelf for my brick collection. Yes, I love this. Very nice.
Yeah.
I love that this took some effort. This took some time.
It took some effort and probably some engineering as well.
Maybe. Yes.
I'm assuming. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not an engineer.
And yeah. Okay, yeah, we already talked about how the Mondays the White House Twitter handle is run by children, I guess, and this is old news. But this is also news, technically. Narva Castle hangs new Putin Hitler banner on Russia's Victory Day. So this is the border of Russia and Estonia, and there's like a castle type of thing.
Oh, I thought it was always there, no?
The castle, yes. The banner, no.
not the castle. The banner, no, wasn't there?
No.
I could swear that I've seen it. Maybe they just hang it on the 9th of May celebration time, but I have seen it previously. As in like previous years.
Okay.
What I've also seen is how people were congregating by the river, which separates Russia and Estonia, as I understand, right? In that area.
Yes.
And they were pretending to watch a concert, or not pretending, they were kind of watching a concert that was happening across the river on the Russian side.
I think I saw this video.
Yeah.
The
9th of May.
I was not sure what they were doing also when I saw the video. But yeah. The Authors of Film says the banner was here, apparently.
Okay. Maybe it's not like 24/7 there, but maybe for the 9th of May they put it up. But yeah, that was interesting. I've always found it very fascinating, but also kind of disturbing, the Russian fascination with 9th of May. And how it's still, like 80 years later, a big celebration for them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there, but...
I mean,
it was interesting to see people. Of course, I understand that Narva is like predominantly like Russian-speaking town, and
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be surprised if some like Russian citizens also live there, like on a residency
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. But yeah, it was interesting to see people, because the bridge that separates Russia and Estonia in that part is apparently fully like barricaded,
Mm-hmm.
as I understand, against like a potential invasion. So yeah, people
I
were
mean,
just like wanted to see celebratory.
technically, it's still possible to cross the border.
Oh.
Right now, because we haven't closed down the border, even though I would.
Oh, okay.
But we wish. But there were some restrictions. I can't remember which restrictions there were. Can't remember. Something you cannot. Yeah, you can only walk to cross it, but there were some other restrictions in terms of like what you can bring and what you cannot bring or something also.
Okay.
So anyway. All right. Let's talk about some music this week. It is the 12th of May. Let's see. Is there any interesting people releasing some music this week? Sophie Tucker. Okay, I need to check this out. And Mo. Danish. Oh yes, can't do it with a Russian registered car. Yes, that was yeah. Okay. Anyway, my track of the week has been this one, Life Called River. Anyway, yes. All right. Let's talk about some movies, and then we will jump into the games and the GTA 6. So, Mission Impossible kind of snuck under my radar this the whole year. I just a few days ago. Oh yeah, there's a new Mission Impossible coming out.
Another one.
There's a because if you don't know, then Mission Impossible has been my guilty pleasure kind of type of deal for the past, I don't know, 15 years, whatever.
Oh my god. Continue.
Oh my god. I
have a very, very, very important announcement to make as well.
Yes.
No, it can wait until...
Tom Cruise is old as fuck? No?
Oh, well, yeah, that's...
Yeah. But, okay, so this is apparently the... Okay, the second part of the movie, the last movie was last year, Last Reckoning, and now this is the conclusion, something. Last Reckoning. Oh my god, Mission Impossible. Where's the first one? Come on. Dead Reckoning, part 1. Oh, this was 2 years ago. What? Okay, anyway, this is the first part 1. So, and they stopped on a cliffhanger, kinda. And now the second part is coming, I guess. Even though it doesn't say second part in the title for some reason. I don't know. The first one, pretty bad, and I lost complete faith in the Mission Impossible franchise. It's just turning into Fast and the Furious a little bit, which I absolutely...
Or is it Fast and the Furious turning into Mission Impossible?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just... This was just bad. Oh, man. It was this bad. Nothing like... The Mission Impossible 4, 3, 4, and 5 are still like peak Mission Impossible. But anyway, so this is like I think 7. And this year this will be the 8th, I think. Anyway, I'm still gonna watch it. Probably this will be pretty bad, but I'm still gonna watch it. Nice to see its final reckoning. Okay, yes. Anyway.
Yeah, Final Reckoning kind of suggests a sense of finality, right, to it, because it's literally in the title.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But as we know, that's not the case in the era of franchises and.
Yes, let's hope it's the final. Yeah. No, Tom Cruise will be coming back, still running when he's like 90 years old or something. We'll see.
Well, you say that, but okay.
Yes.
We can clip it as a short.
Okay.
This is what I will say.
Yes.
I know that Tom Cruise is the face of the franchise and everything, and
Yes.
of course, at some point, he will no longer be able to do the stunts and everything due to his age. And
when he's dead, he will do it. The stunt still when he's like 110 years old, probably.
But I think because this seems to be like a franchise, it seems to be making a lot of money, right? I think what who is this? Warner Brothers, or who is this? Who's in charge of Mission Impossible?
This is I don't know.
It doesn't matter, I guess. But what I think will happen when Tom Cruise inevitably retires from this franchise is that there will be a new person, man, probably, who will be the new face of the franchise. It will be kind of like a James Bond kind of thing, right? Where every like certain number of installments they change the face and kind of. Except in this case, they don't have to just name the same person, the same name. I don't know what Tom Cruise's name is in this movie. It can just be
Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be another Ethan Hunt. It can be like a different character,
Sure.
but it will be another one of those. Yeah, like.
Wait,
wall
what?
Scaling,
Nick
jumping out of
Offerman in this movie.
Come on, Nick Offerman.
What?
What is he playing? The
What?
main, antagonist?
What? Nick. This guy? Really? What? Okay, that's kind of weird, but all right. Anyway.
Well, does his face not suggest a villain?
I don't know. I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, James Bond is brand name, of course.
Yeah.
But Mission Impossible, that if anything, it's even easier to make it into a franchise or branch out into other characters, because nothing suggests that Tom Cruise needs to be the main person of the franchise, other than the fact that he has been in every film in the franchise, right? So if anything, I think they will have even easier time finding someone else to do the thing.
Dude, where is there no James Bond movie in the past? In the past,
well, aren't they struggling to find the new one?
No time.
Or did they already find the new one?
What is the newest James Bond? Blah blah blah. No Time to Die premiered 2021. And
No Time to Die was still Craig, right?
Yes.
So now they were looking for the new face of the franchise.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no.
I have no idea. Did they decide on the new face? I guess it's gonna be a big reveal, right?
Yeah.
I heard people wanted Idris Elba. Who else was there? I don't fucking know who else was there, but I know that.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, let's not get distracted here. Anyway, yeah, I'm just excited about Mission Impossible. Maybe it's probably bad, but maybe it's good. Anyway, so anything else? Oh yeah, by the way, it's coming out in 10 days. This movie is in the movies. the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. So we'll
Mhm.
see.
I haven't seen anything scripted, but I have put a bunch of films, oh not a bunch, but some films on my to-watch list because apparently good films happen nowadays. Apparently, all of a sudden.
Okay.
So I really am excited. I don't know if I ever talked about it, but I really am excited to watch Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sinners. I brought it up.
Yeah. Mentioned
And
it.
another horror film that I'm excited about because that's the only genre that is interesting nowadays is called Together,
Together.
with features.
Oh.
What's his face? Franco. What's his first name?
James.
James.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Or
it's James.
Dave? Wait. Dave? Wait, what? I thought James Franco is a person.
Oh wait, is Dave Franco maybe? It's a different person, isn't it?
Is it?
Wait, is it? Does he have a brother named James Franco?
Yeah, that's what I.
Wait a minute.
Because-
yeah, he does.
Because
James
this
Franco
is
a
James
different person.
Franco,
Okay, Dave Franco, the other Franco,
and
Yeah.
this is. Oh, yeah.
the younger one. I was thinking because when I saw the trailer, I was like, it said like, oh, this Franco person is there, and I know what he looks like, right? And I was like, he looks a little bit different, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
he's playing a character, so he probably like I don't know, whatever, wearing makeup and stuff. But yes, I guess it's a different person. So there you go. It features
So-
him and some lady,
Yeah, I guess
and
they
it's
are.
some kind of yeah.
Yeah, I guess they are brothers.
Well, that's all. You live and you learn.
Yeah.
There are multiple Francos in the world.
Yeah. It's like what was it, Skarsgård? There are like guess how many Skarsgårds are there?
Yeah. There's like Bill and Tom and Teddy and Brian and Thor.
Yeah. yeah.
Other names.
Other names, yes. Yeah, Alexander, Bill, Gustav. Yeah. Anyway. Stellan. All right. Yes. Sinners. Something else? Together. Yes.
Oh, nothing.
Yes.
This other one, yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fun. Some kind of body horror film.
Best horror film of the year.
I have completely lost any interest in anything that is not horror.
Wait, what?
I feel like
Oh.
I feel
Oh, sorry. I read the director is Michael Shanks, and Michael Shanks was in Stargate SG-1, one of the main characters. But
Oh,
this
that's
is
fun.
not. This is a different Michael Shanks. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it probably must be his as they call it, directorial debut. Oh no, wait. It's a different person?
This is
Different person with the same exact
different
name?
person, different. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly the same name.
It doesn't. Oh wait, what? Okay, yeah. But he directed like a couple of films, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard it's pretty good. Yeah, I was gonna
Alright.
say I don't have any interest in most genres other than horror nowadays because
Yeah.
I feel like nothing interesting is happening in cinema that much.
Yeah. It's alright. Alright.
Who won Best Picture this year?
Oh.
I don't even remember. Minari, yeah? No, Minari was 10 years ago. Was it that Anora film? Yeah, I think it was that.
Maybe. I didn't catch up. All right, let's talk about some the gaming, I guess. First,
Yes.
the game deal of the week is touch type tail strategic typing. Okay, interesting. All right, this looks an interesting stuff. Oh my god. Anyway,
New Bond film coming soon in 1 to 2 years. Cool.
new Bond. Yeah.
How much money are willing to bet that Tom Holland will be a James Bond at some point in his life?
Oh god, yeah. Yeah. I can see that happening.
He's not James Bond yet, but he needs to be more like daddy material, and then he will be like full on James Bond.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the GTA trailer. Most
Yeah.
people are actually stunned by the beer physics in this game, because you can see in the trailer there's some beer bubbles actually floating around in the beer. Here, I will play the clip. Like, what? They did some beer physics for the game.
It's very funny that you say that, because it seems to be that the straight portion of the internet is very fascinated by the beer bubbles.
Yeah.
And then the gays are fascinated by the realistic body hair that the main character has in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, it's old realistic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very much like in the same vein, but just different things.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
the old because the trailer got like 100 million views. Like it's number one.
I completely randomly said 100 million, but there you go.
Yeah. Oh.
At the time when I saw the trailer, it had like 30 million.
Yeah, something, yeah. But it looks, even if we don't, I guess we both are not playing it because we are not both a fan of GTAs, I guess. But it's still like impressive what they are doing with the visuals.
Sure. It's almost like a big ass AAA studio can sometimes make games that look good.
Yeah, and
also if they make one game per decade.
Yeah, exactly.
Or actually more than that. When did GTA 5 come out?
Yeah, I was just gonna say they had 10 years to make this also.
Oh, wait a second. GTA 5 came out in 2013, so they had 12 years to make this game.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything. Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, the PC launch is still in postponed for next year, May something. So it's like, and that might be not even the last delay. There will be maybe more delays. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, they always release games on PC later.
Yeah. So this was supposed to be coming this year later, but yeah, nope. Next year, May.
So May 2026, plus a certain number of months for the PC version, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I feel like it's very rare nowadays to have games come out separately on console and PC.
That is.
I guess maybe Rockstar could use a couple hundred more developers to port it to PC then.
I guess so.
Yeah. But I don't really have anything interesting to say about the trailer. It looks pretty and...
Yep, it looks pretty.
Things happen.
Very pretty, and yeah. I mean, there are some multiple deep dives how people are pixel peeping every single thing in this trailer. But
sure,
the overall feature is the beer physics. As far as I can tell, all the people were so excited. They're like, oh my god, the beer has bubbles. What?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, the good thing about beer bubbles is that probably some animator at Rockstar spent like a week without sleep animating those things. So that's good.
Yeah.
So that was worth it. But as you very correctly noticed, I don't really have much interest in GTA. 6 or 5 or the other ones. My only interest in it, lies in the fact that like GTA is always very kind of like satirical, like a satirical representation of just socio-economical political life in the US.
Yeah.
And I do wonder how could they possibly satirize the current political climate, because to me it like completely defies satire. It is like a satire of itself. So how could you possibly satirize a satire? That I'm curious about.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they have the,
the
goods.
balls.
They have the balls and the talent to write this, because I know that they satirize it in their stories, but it's not really very like
Mm-hmm.
fine or like well written. It's just kind of like this is the thing that happened and we're satirizing. This
Yeah.
is the Florida man or whatever his name is. The Florida.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was his
yeah.
name?
Yeah,
Florida
yeah.
man.
Jason, I guess. I don't know.
No, what was the Florida guy? I don't fucking know. Regardless,
Oh,
he already was featured. Like a character inspired by him was already featured in the previous trailer. So.
Okay. All right. Yes. So, games that we actually play or want to play. What have you been playing this week?
Florida Joker. There you go. Florida Joker.
Oh, yeah.
What have I been playing? I'm
Oh.
still trying to finish.
Baldur's Gate.
No, I'm still kind of taking a break from Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
The game should not be 100 hours long. I have decided.
Yeah.
It's impossible to finish a 100-hour long game. But I will definitely come back to it, and definitely will finish it, because this is the quest that I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
I am close to finishing Pokemon Leaf Green. It's fine. It's kind of losing steam a little bit in the later stages, which is always the case for me and Pokemon. So nothing really new. And yeah, don't really have I haven't finished anything.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, I am playing one game that I'm kind of excited to talk about, but I'll probably do that next week
All right.
when I play more.
Sounds good. Fun fact: if you didn't notice it on Steam
Yeah.
or whatever, or Discord or whatever, because sometimes I'm streaming something. I finished the game
Oh.
2 weeks ago, basically.
Oh.
1.5 weeks ago. Can you guess? I don't know. Okay. Not that there's like millions of games out there, but do you want to guess or not? Not really. It's a very short game. That's why I did it.
Short game.
And it's like one of those legendary status games, I would say. But again, depends on the legendary.
Okay, I guess my mind would go to something like Portal.
Yes. We are one person. 4 years. It really takes one person. Yes. Yeah, Tetris, Lotus of Film says no. Portal.
Tetris.
Yeah.
The first person in the world to have finished Tetris.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
There's like a big ass boss battle at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It's the block monster. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yes, Portal 1. I finished Portal 1 in 4 hours, I want to say. And surprisingly, okay. It was very like, okay, I know that this was like, again, this 2007. So this is like an 18-year-old game or whatever. Dear Lord. So I knew that this is like an old game, and I was like, okay. And this is most likely it's gonna be like a demo-ish game, I guess, because some clips I have seen from here and there or something. And so I was like, okay, yeah, okay. And the very few first minutes were like, okay, here's like 18 stages or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. You straight up gonna tell me how long the game is. Okay. And I was doing them, and then I was like, okay, it's the puzzle 18. Have you played Portal, by the way? The one? Portal 1?
I have actually recently, and I finished it.
Oh, yeah.
And I talked about it, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe I
finished it this year.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's...
So it's actually very fresh in my mind, so...
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, maybe that's that's how you planted my subconscious with Portal
Could
1
be,
or
yeah.
something.
It's been a while. It's been like months since I finished it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. So. And at the end, like you need to escape from the whole thing, basically. I laughed out loud from there's a robotic lady, like, by the way, if you're thinking about escaping, there is no use. You're just a simple human. I'm a robot. And so it's basically like this all the time. And there were some funny interactions that I actually laughed out loud. Like, I don't know. I can't remember, of course, all of like any of them on from the top of my head, but oh man, I had one, but wait, yeah, what? Okay, one, yeah. By the way, I found a piece of paper. Let me read it. Oh, it's on this paper. It says you're adopted. That's kind of strange, or something. Does that hurt? Or something like that. I was like, dude, what?
Yeah, I mean, GLaDOS is a bona fide, iconic video game character for sure.
Yeah.
Probably to this day, the best example of like a sentient AI kind of antagonist.
There were so many good
tried...
moments in that dialogue. Oh man, I can't remember any of them, of course, but yeah. Anyway, it was surprisingly deeper than I expected, the game. So the escape part was basically as long as the 18 puzzles or something.
Yeah.
It was pretty, and it was pretty creative in terms of like, yeah, you need to defeat the final boss or whatever, and yeah, it was although I would say it's I don't know if it's like legendary status technically. In my mind it was okay. It was good. Yes, it was good, but it's not like, oh my god. But maybe that's changing with Portal 2. Who knows?
Well, I mean, when you play games like that, which are classics, and you haven't played them at the time when they came out.
Yes, that is probably a part of it also. Yeah. If I would play this in 2007, maybe this will be the greatest game of all time, maybe.
Yeah. But I mean, when I play games that are of a certain age, when did Portal come out, you said?
2007.
2007, so 18 years ago, so a long time ago. When I play games that are of a certain age, I always kind of try to like adjust my expectations, or because of course you cannot help but compare it to more modern games, right? And of course you have to understand that, like, oh well, this game is 18 years older than whatever other modern game that came out. But yeah, I mean, for me, when I play a game that is old and I play it and it feels good to play, and I'm like, oh well, this is holding up very well. I'm always very impressed, and I feel like Portal kind of holds up very well. I mean, there isn't much to it because you just have like 2 buttons.
Yes. Basically, yeah.
Just two portals, jumping and carrying stuff, right? And this is the entire game. But yeah, I mean, I feel I played and enjoyed it.
Yeah, I completely. I would say it completely holds up in current year, 18 years later. It's a 2007 game, which is like crazy to me. But yeah, absolutely awesome game in terms of like, but yeah, it's, I would say not legendary status, but yeah, again, a really good game still.
I looked up, I finished this in December 2024, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Still quite recently.
Yeah,
but yeah, good example of another game that in the same vein, there's like an old game that I played and I enjoyed it, but it didn't blow up my mind, is something like Super Mario RPG. Which was remastered for Switch. And I enjoyed my time with it. It was cute, but, I wouldn't put it in the top of my favorite RPGs of all time. And I feel like it's okay. Like, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, next up, probably Portal 2. Actually, I like that is like super short. That's why I mostly was playing it, even because I knew that after Baldur's Gate, I kind of needed something short, I guess, because that's how short can a game be, actually.
It feels nice sometimes to just finish a game and.
Do you
just do
know
it.
how long is Portal 2?
I would probably say it's about twice as long as Portal.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
haven't actually finished it.
Okay, so
But,
Portal 1 was 4 hours for me. So I guess 8 hours maybe? Maybe more. Who knows? Depends on the puzzles, probably.
I mean, that sounds about right, I would say, probably.
Yeah.
Probably something like 8 hours.
Yeah. All right.
But I mean, it's a puzzle game, so it can take,
Yeah.
less or more depending on how quickly you kind of
Yeah. Exactly.
get on board with the mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Doom or Dark Ages is coming in 3 days.
That's right, yeah. Reviews are out, seems to be good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And
I still feel like I will probably wait until I finish Doom Eternal
oh yeah.
at some point in the future.
Mhm.
Remember you once discussed
Mhm.
how you played Doom Eternal and you didn't really kind of click with it?
Yeah.
I actually read a lot of comments like that in like leading up to the release of this game. People saying the exact same thing. It didn't quite like they loved the first game,
Yeah.
and then Doom Eternal cut in and didn't really like happen for them.
Yeah. And it's kind of
For different
hard
reasons that you were
to
saying, yeah.
explain why.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just felt it didn't click.
It happens.
Anyway, but again, it's maybe about timing. Maybe now it clicks. Who knows?
Yeah, that's also very true.
Yeah.
I've had so many times where I would start something and didn't feel it, and then come back like a year later and be like, "Oh wow, this game's actually
Yeah.
I'm getting it now." Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Yes, time to, because I need to put the babies to sleep.
The babies need the beauty sleep.
All right. Was there anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, finished the game. Yes. All right. There was something else. I know there was, but anyway, can't remember. Babies don't need sleep. Yes, exactly. That's what I keep telling them. No, mission. Yeah. Oh, okay. Ah, yes. Juicy Wi-Fi. What? What is? Put them in the fridge to safekeeping and freshness. I swear I was raised normal. Ignore my twitches. Yes, exactly.
But do you hold babies in the vegetable compartment or like more near the center of the fridge?
Yeah.
Or where is the coolest side?
The fruits and vegetables where they stay fresh and crisp.
Yeah, I would also say that. Yeah.
What is this? Oh, you installed the Zixel. Yeah. She's seeing herself in the camera. Dita, yeah, the baby. Yes.
She was so much bigger since last time we saw her.
I mean,
it's almost as if babies grow up.
Yeah. Dita, yeah.
She's already. What is she holding?
This is kind of a knockoff Game Boy. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, there you go. Already ready for gaming.
Yes. Wait. Aita. Yeah. Okay, I can maybe. Oh, damn it! I did the wrong thing. One-handed English. Super Mario Play. So this is some kind of a knockoff thing.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Anyway.
So there you go. Luna is all ready to play some Super Mario Bros.
Yeah. The CEO is getting bigger, needs a raise. Before I had it on the wall cover with firewood from some. But the mast covers went really great. I love her eyes. Yeah, I mean. You know me, son? Okay, she wants to. Okay. Yes, this is turning into a. Whatever this is. Okay, she wants her Super Mario.
Oh no!
Anyway.
Well, before you know it, we're gonna have to get Luna a Switch and Lara also.
If it's
Or
sleepy
whatever.
time, then it's sleepy time. Yes, correct. I wonder how many iPads got cards for Mother's Day. iPads got cards for Mother's Day. Oh, okay, like iPad e-cards, you mean? Yeah, like a digital Mother's Day card. Oh God. Yeah, this is a world we live in. Yes. God, so cute. Anyway, yes. Next Monday at 6.
Next Monday at 6, it works. This week is also Eurovision happening, so that's the thing that
Oh
exists.
yeah, that is a
So
thing. Yes.
we'll be able to see who
Espresso
wins.
macchiato.
If the sauna song will win, as people are expecting, which I'm still having a
Sauna
hard time
song.
believing, but we shall see.
Works also for me. Yes. Lotus film. Very good.
Okay,
Very
well,
good. Nastya.
everyone best be here.
Yeah. Oh man.
6 p.m. stat.
Yes. Thank you for
6
tuning
p.m.
in.
Eastern.
We love
4
you
p.m.
very much.
UK time. Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Going to sleep.